Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, an electrical fire at a downtown Lexington parking garage knocked out power there overnight. And we'll have a look at how smoke and that outage may affect nearby offices this morning.
Today marks the 3-year anniversary of one of the most violent stretches of severe weather in Kentucky history. And
Laurel County authorities are still trying to figure out who is responsible for damaging a fire station there.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you and welcome in. It's March 2nd. At least we're into the month that begins spring. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It's crazy when you think that, upper 30s is warm, but that's not kind of how it feels.
Well, that's right, but it's perspective, right, where we have been cold so long. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris in our First Alert Weather Center.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, we'll be in the mid to upper 30s today, maybe squeezing out a 40-degree reading down south, but that's still really, really nice for us, because the past couple of weeks have just been brutal. There's your First Alert Defender live radar with a bit of a mix down south. You're getting rain, maybe some freezing rain involved too. It won't be much, but it'll just be enough. It's possible to cause some issues there in southeastern Kentucky again today. There's your current temperatures, 33 there in Jackson. That's why I think some of these low-lying areas could experience 32 degrees or below. Today's forecast, 35. Above freezing, that's what we need, but the focus of the forecast, wild weather. I mean, we're talking really, really warm, really, really cold, heavy rain, snow, a lot involved in this forecast, and I'll show you when all that falls. Coming up.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Thank you, Micah.
Today marks 3 years since a deadly stretch of weather here in the Commonwealth.
On March 2nd, 2012, tornadoes ripped apart businesses and homes in several counties and killed 24 people across the Commonwealth. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk with a look at how people are remembering this tragedy. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. It has been 3 years since the tornado outbreak tore apart homes and businesses across the state. The tornadoes cut a path of almost unimaginable destruction and killed 24 people. One of the hardest hit places on March 2nd, 2012 was Morgan County, where an EF3 tornado ripped through West Liberty. 6 people died that day. In the 3 years since the town was reduced to rubble, the community has slowly been rebuilding. A new elementary school opened in 2014, and many businesses and homes have also been rebuilt. Peak tornado season is still 2 months away, but Severe Weather Awareness Month started yesterday in Kentucky. A statewide tornado drill is scheduled for 10:17 tomorrow morning. Governor Steve Beshear is encouraging everyone to update and practice their emergency tornado plans. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. And weather problems have not stopped with the start of this new month. The wet weather caused some problems for drivers over the weekend. In Franklin County, deputies had to shut down part of I-64 on Sunday morning after several wrecks there. Crews had to tow 8 cars, including a police cruiser, off the interstate.
Within a half-mile stretch, there were 10 different crashes. So, that was very, very significant. And finally, it was safest to shut it down before we had anybody else hurt.
After police shut down the interstate, road crews were able to lay down some salt to help clear some of the ice.
Some folks in Floyd County getting finally some relief from their water troubles after rounds of winter storms. Water now back up and running in many parts of the county. The winter storm caused hundreds of folks to lose water, and many have gone without it for more than a week now. The current number without water in Floyd County is at about 200.
Got to heat the water, put in it, get the temperature right, and it's not much of a shower. It makes me to where I can get out in public a little bit, but it's just horrible.
For those who still do not have water, firefighters have been delivering drinking water to their homes.
And Micah says we will be tracking some heavy rains across the area, and coming up, making sure that you stay posted with the latest forecasts and closings. We'll have all of that here on air and at our website, WKYT.com. New this morning, an electrical short sparked a fire that shut down power to a Lexington parking garage overnight.
Fire crews at the scene say that a power outage and smoke may have also affected nearby offices. WKYT's Sean Moody is live downtown with the latest on how this could affect those heading downtown today. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Rebecca and Bill. Looking at the Helix garage from the outside here, you might not even realize anything had happened last night, but firefighters said the electrical fire was so intense there was smoke just pouring out the front of the garage. Firefighters said the fire started around 11:30 last night. They say security workers noticed some kind of electrical equipment arcing inside that garage. When firefighters got here, they said they could see the arcing and lots of smoke coming out the front. They called in KU to shut power off to get inside. Inside the garage, they say the main electrical conduits had shorted out and caught fire. It was mainly insulation and bird netting inside that was burning. Now, the fire did not extend into the building at all, but they say there was smoke throughout the building. Now, this is right next to the government center. Firefighters said there was an impressive amount of smoke coming out the garage into the area, so much so that they actually had to ventilate the mayor's office next door. Now, again, there was no fire damage to anything inside, but firefighters said there could be electrical issues.
Damage-wise, there's none. Smoke-wise, we'll take the smoke out of the building. The only thing that's going to be an issue is what areas have power.
Now, again, looking at it from the outside this morning, everything appears normal. I took a walk up that ramp inside. All the lights are turned on, as well as the ticketing machine. We do have a phone call into the fire department to find out if there will be any ongoing electrical issues this morning. Live in Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Today, Jessamine County schools will have extra security on hand following a threat. The superintendent says she received an email Sunday night threatening students and staff at East Jessamine High School. The Nicholasville Police Department will have officers at all school campuses. The department is investigating. The superintendent says any parents who do not want to send their child to school today only need to send in a note, and principals will excuse the absence.
Deputies in Laurel County are still trying to track down the person responsible for ramming a car right into the Lilly Fire Station. Security footage shows someone driving recklessly in the fire station's parking lot, even doing donuts at one point, and then the vehicle slammed into the bay door that the fire trucks used to leave the station. While the vehicle may have lost control accidentally, leaving was still a crime, and investigators are asking people to look out for a dark green or black Ford Taurus.
When they struck the door, it created about $1,400 worth of damage.
Somebody in that area probably knows this vehicle, and you know, this is their fire department down there, so I'm sure that they want to find who did it just as much as we did.
Deputies want to talk to anyone who was near the Lilly Fire Department at the time of that incident.
Laurel County deputies arrested a man for biting his ex-wife. 46-year-old James Parton of Corbin was arrested south of London Saturday night. Police say after talking to his ex-wife, she said he shoved her, spit on her, and then bit her in the face. Parton is charged with assault and alcohol intoxication.
Lexington police still trying to track down somebody who they say attacked a man with a machete. The man attacked the victim along North Limestone on Sunday afternoon. The victim has injuries to his arm and foot. Crews took him to UK Hospital. Police say he is expected to be okay. Police believe the victim knows his attacker.
A Hardin County teacher got kicked out of a school basketball game after cops say she refused to leave. Leslie McMurray, a social studies teacher at John Hardin High School, faces charges of disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, menacing, and criminal trespassing. Police say she got aggressive and started using foul language at a basketball game. McMurray has been teaching at John Hardin since 2003.
To see something like this that was very unprofessional, it was extremely rude, was not very classy. To see that in front of our children, in front of our students, again, very, very disheartening and embarrassing.
School leaders say it's too early to tell what disciplinary actions they may take against her.